We have heard with our ears, O God, our fathers have told us, what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old, how thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand, and plantest them, how thou didst afflict the people, and cast them out. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arms save them, but thy right hand, and thine arm, and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them. Thou art my king, O God. Command deliverances for Jacob. Through the will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In God we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever. But thou hast cast off, and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies. Thou makest us to turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves. Thou hast given us, like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. Thou sellest thy people for naught, and dost not increase thy wealth by their price. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. My confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me. For the voice of him that reproached then blasphemeth, by reason of the enemy and avenger. All this is come upon us. Yet have we not forgotten thee, neither have we dealt falsely in thy covenant. Our heart is not turned back, neither have our steps declined from thy way. Though thou hast sore broken us in the place of dragons, and covered us with the shadow of death. If we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Awake, why sleepest thou? O Lord, arise, cast us not off forever. Wherefore hidest thou thy face and forgettest our affliction and our oppression? For our soul is bowed down to the dust, our belly cleaveth unto the earth. Arise for our help, and redeem us for thy mercy's sake. Psalm 44 is a collective cry of confusion. It begins with reverence and remembrance, then shifts dramatically into despair. The people of Israel recount God's victories of the past, but contrast them with the devastating defeats of the present. They don't understand. They haven't forsaken God but feel forsaken by him. We'll walk line by line through this psalm and uncover its rich theology, emotional depth, and prophetic power. We have heard with our ears, O God, our ancestors have told us what you did. The psalm opens with a look backward. The community remembers how God drove out nations, gave them the land, and delivered them by his own hand, not by swords or strength. This is an act of faith. In confusion, they don't start with complaints. They start by remembering. Reflection on God's past deeds builds the framework for trust. But now you have rejected and humbled us. You no longer go out with our armies. The shift is jarring. From confidence in God's past comes a brutal honesty about the present. We are defeated, disgraced, and scattered. The people cry out not because they've sinned, but because they feel abandoned without cause. This psalm gives us permission to name our pain before God. He can handle our honest questions. All this came upon us, though we had not forgotten you. Here lies the heart of the psalm's anguish. The people affirm their loyalty to God. They haven't worshipped idols or turned away yet. Suffering has come. This section challenges simplistic theology. Faithfulness doesn't guarantee comfort. In fact, this psalm is echoed in Romans 8:36, which reminds us that even God's chosen may suffer as sheep to be slaughtered. Yet they are still loved. If we had forgotten the name of our God, would not God have discovered it? This is a bold declaration of integrity. They claim spiritual honesty, asking God to search their hearts. The psalm reminds us that God knows our inner truth. When we suffer unjustly, we can bring our confusion to him, not pretending to understand, but appealing to his own knowing character. Awake, Lord, why do you sleep? Rouse yourself. Do not reject us forever. The psalmist cries out in desperation, wake up, God. This language may seem irreverent, but it's deeply human. God isn't asleep, but the people feel unheard and unseen. Even if it feels like heaven is silent, our cries still reach the throne of grace. Rise up and help us. Redeem us because of your unfailing love. The psalm ends not in despair, but with a plea rooted in God's highest covenant love. They don't base their hope on merit but on God's character. They say, not because we deserve it, but because you are love and help us. This teaches us the power of grace-based prayer, even in the darkest valleys. Psalm 44 is quoted in Romans 8:36 by the Apostle Paul. He uses it not to discourage, but to highlight the victory we have in Christ despite suffering. In all these things, Paul writes, we are more than conquerors. Psalm 44's confusion finds its answer, not in explanation, but in the presence of Jesus, who also suffered unjustly and overcame. Our suffering doesn't negate God's love. It proves our faith is real.